Imagine two leaders. One walks into the room and suddenly everyone feels stressed, tense, and defensive. The other walks in and people feel energized, focused, and ready to win. Same company, same strategy, same team, but completely different results. Why? Because leadership isn't just about decisions, it's about emotions. And in Primal Leadership, Daniel Goleman and his co-authors reveal a powerful truth. The most important job of a leader is to manage the emotional climate of their team. And once you understand this, you'll never look at leadership the same way again. The big idea. Most people think leadership is about strategy, intelligence, experience. But this book flips that idea completely. The authors argue emotional intelligence matters more than IQ in leadership success. In fact, you can be brilliant, but if you can't manage emotions, yours and others, you will fail as a leader. Why? Because people don't just follow logic, they follow feelings. And leaders are emotional amplifiers. Emotional contagion. Here's something fascinating. Emotions are contagious. This is called emotional contagion. Your brain is constantly picking up signals from others, tone, body language, energy. And guess whose emotions spread the fastest? The leaders. If a leader is anxious, the team becomes anxious. Angry, the team becomes defensive. Calm, the team becomes focused. Optimistic, the team becomes motivated. This happens automatically. No one chooses it. That means one thing. Every leader is setting the emotional tone, whether they realize it or not. Resonance versus dissonance. The book introduces two powerful concepts. Resonant leadership. This is when leaders create trust, energy, alignment, purpose. People feel good and perform better. Dissonant leadership. This is when leaders create fear, stress, confusion, burnout. People shut down and performance drops. Here's the key insight. You don't need a bad strategy to fail. A toxic emotional climate is enough. And unfortunately, many leaders don't even realize they're creating it. So the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence. So what makes a leader emotionally intelligent? The authors break it into 4 core skills. 1. Self-awareness. This is the foundation. Can you recognize your own emotions? Most leaders can't. They think they're just being direct when they're actually being aggressive. 2. Self-management. It's not enough to feel emotions, you must control them. Great leaders stay calm under pressure, focused in chaos, positive in uncertainty. 3. Social awareness. This is empathy. Can you read the room? Can you sense when your team is stressed, when someone is disengaged, when morale is dropping? 4. Relationship management. This is where leadership happens. Can you inspire, influence, and connect? Because leadership is not about control, it's about connection. The 6 leadership styles. The book identifies 6 leadership styles, and here's the key. Great leaders don't use one style. They switch based on the situation. 1. Visionary leader. Gives direction, inspires with purpose. Best for change and uncertainty. 2. Coaching leader. Develops people. Focuses on growth. Best for long-term performance. 3. Affiliative leader. Builds relationships. Creates harmony. Best for healing teams. 4. Democratic leader. Involves the team. Encourages ideas. Best when you need buy-in. 5. Pace-setting leader. Sets high standards. Pushes for excellence. Effective but dangerous if overused. 6. Commanding leader. Gives orders, demands compliance. Only useful in crisis situations. Here's the mistake most leaders make. They rely on just one style. But great leaders are flexible. They read the situation and adapt. Why this matters for business? Let's bring this to reality. Why does all of this matter? Because emotions drive performance. Research shows that leaders directly impact employee engagement, productivity, customer satisfaction, and ultimately, profit. So here's the bottom line. Leadership is not just about thinking, it's about feeling. The best leaders don't just manage tasks, they manage energy. They manage emotions. They create environments where people feel motivated, valued, inspired. And when that happens, performance takes care of itself. Final thought. People may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. If you want to become a better leader, start here. Pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to others, and remember, you set the tone. If you found this valuable, like the video, subscribe for more powerful book breakdowns, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.